Rick Glaser is in the building. Shout out to Slick Rick. Let's give Rick Glaser a round of applause. Rick, what's happening, man?
You tell me. It's all about you. It's your show. I'm just here as a peasant. You know what I mean? Just trying to help solidify your great standing in the community. In the boxing community.
Yeah, Rick, this is a surprise. You just sent me a text to let me know you want to come on the show. What's going on with you?
Well, actually, not so. Last week you said 3:30. Last week you said Wednesday 3:30.
Yeah,
Maybe you forgot.
yeah, I forgot, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've been saying
Okay.
so much. Yeah, I
I
forgot,
didn't
man.
forget. I was so excited I couldn't sleep at night.
All right, well, Rick, this gonna be, I ain't gonna have you on here alone. Now it's gonna be short. It's gonna be shorter than the midget on his knees sitting in the
Right.
middle of a quicksand trying to sling keys. So I just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
All right, but Rick, what say you? What do you have to interject? I had Timothy Bradley on this show Monday. Did an interview. Got over 11,000 views. What say you about this lawsuit that Devin Haney is filing? Timothy Bradley's take is that it's a soft move. He says very soft. He don't respect it. And what say you about that? Do you think anything's going to come out of this? Because he's suing Ryan
Yeah.
Garcia for
Yeah. It's already.
battery
It's
and
already.
fraud, and he's suing Golden Boy.
It's already came out that everybody thinks they're jerk offs, and they'll continue to be jerk offs pulling shit like this. I mean, it's crazy. Well, Pat English, the attorney, sounds like he talked him into it, and I don't know. I have no idea what has any credence at all. Man was in a boxing ring. Okay, whether the guy fighters use steroids. Okay, it's a known fact. Not all of them use them, but a big percentage of them are using them. Well, performance enhancing drugs, I should say. It was not a steroid. It was a way. It did make him stronger. It was one that was taken leading up to the fight, a couple days before. I think it was that Wednesday, and to lose weight. And it did not help him. It did not help Ryan Garcia uh, help him land that left hook consistently throughout the fight, including immediately at the start of the fight, the first round. So I don't know what any judge of reasonable competency will look at that thing and say, hold it. What did that left hook landing there repeatedly have to do with this weight reducing drug? There's no correlation there. I mean, battery. I mean, the guy's a professional fighter. Well, well, why don't you just say you're emotionally distressed over your beatdown?
Yeah,
I mean,
he
the
said
guy
that.
got his ass handed to him.
No, he
He
said
got
that.
his
No, they said that in the lawsuit that no, he's mentally, psychologically, this has had I have it on my Twitter page, an effect on him. So he's suing for a lot. It's a 16-page lawsuit. Rick, I got to play devil's advocate here. It seems like that Ryan Garcia is getting a pass for cheating, and Devin Haney is the one he was already disliked, but now it seems like there's a fever pitch from not only mainstream media outlets but just even the boxing fans as well. And
because of this, because of shit like this. Accept what happened like a man, regroup, train better, get a new trainer, okay, come up with a new game plan and retool your game, get in the ring and fight again. All he is still bitching. This fight was April 20th, and we're still hearing about it on October 2nd.
yeah, we still
This
talking
fight,
about it. That's crazy.
right?
We still-
He got his ass beat. Whether it's a no contest, he he lost the fight in the ring. Whether it's officially a no contest or not is beside the point. The point is he got his ass beat down. It had nothing to do with some nanogram of fucking a drug that makes you lose weight leading up to the fight. Okay, 3 days before he took it, it wasn't like he was training with this whole thing on all the time and he had trouble making weight. He didn't make the weight. He couldn't make the weight. He tried. Another thing is he paid him $600,000 to over the 3 pounds. So what else are they going to say? I mean, every advantage in the ring, okay, that night Went to Devin Haney. A bigger fight. He's had bigger fights than Ryan leading up to that fight. He's had a long reign as a lightweight champ, a lot of title defense. He had the experience. He supposedly had the speed, and the guy was completely inept with no game plan. He didn't make any adjustments once he got hit with that first left hook. He kept lunging in, and he kept getting swatted with the left hook. I mean, what does this have to do with a court of law? This shit happened inside a boxing ring. It was adjudicated by the state of New York. Okay, he says he's entitled to $1 million back. He says he wasn't even licensed as a promoter. He says because Devin Haney promoted the fight. Devin Haney Promotions promoted the fight. He wasn't even licensed as a promoter. And for the event, what is he talking about? Everything has got so many loose ends here. I just can't imagine that a judge will allow this to go on, but maybe a hearing or two and throw this fucking thing out.
Rick, what about I can hear supporters of Devin Haney and even Bill Haney saying this is bigger than the sport of boxing. What they're doing is unprecedented because they are Devin Haney and his father Bill Haney and Devin Haney Promotions, which are those two. They are trying to clean up the sport and to help everybody. So this is bigger than Dev. Devin is willing to be crucified and take the shots for the betterment of the sport. What say you about that?
I don't think that people look at it that way. I think people are looking at it like it's damaging. He's now damaged his reputation, and he's a crybaby and basically a fucking pussy. I mean, saying battery. I mean, come on, please, fraud. Where's the fraud? I
Well,
mean,
the fraud is, he fought Ryan Garcia under false pretexts, under the false pretense that he was fighting him on a fair playing field, and he got defrauded by getting beat by someone who was on PEDs, and that PEDs
right.
allowed him to have a victory over him, which Ryan Devin Haney was
That
embarrassed.
those PEDs had nothing to do with him losing the Devin Haney winning or losing the ring. It only had something to do with the other guy not getting the victory because it was overturned to a no contest. But that drug in his system had nothing to do with that left hook landing repeatedly. And
But
anybody with reasonable common sense can draw that conclusion.
But
Period.
what about the Devin Haney fans again saying, hey, listen, they called it a PAD for a reason, a performance enhancing drug. That night, I had a guy call me Monday. They said that hey, that night when he fought, Ryan Garcia, that drug made him throw the left hook a lot faster. Because it was the performance enhancer and it allowed him to hit harder that night. Had he
No,
not had that
no,
oscillating in his
no, no,
system,
no. That drug only makes you lose weight. Okay, so I don't buy that. The only way it wouldn't have, the only way if he took it and weighed, let's say 46, and the other side didn't take the fight, then of course the left hook wouldn't have happened if they wouldn't agree on the 600,000 and the 3 pounds. But as far as once they were in the ring, that drug is not making him land that left hook. Come on, I mean, what does that left hook have to do? What does that drug have to do with accuracy and everything else? Devin Haney kept leaning in and kept getting hit with the left hook. How did that drug help Devin Haney lean in? Come on, they had no game plan. They didn't know what to fucking do. He was in with a guy who was a lot better than they thought. That's all there was to it. They thought he was going to be a pushover. They saw the tank fight, and they said, "Oh, this is going to be easy." And they overrated themselves, Devin, and they underestimated Ryan Garcia. Okay, listen, everybody that knew about the fight going in said Ryan Garcia's got a great left hook, and if you can neutralize Devin Haney, he can win the fight. Other than that, if he doesn't, then he loses. Well, that's what happened. He neutralized him with the left hook. He put him down 6 times. 3 times were official knockdowns. 3 other times they didn't count as official knockdowns, but they were knockdowns. Okay, he was outboxed, outplayed with, outthought, and none of that had anything to do with a performance enhancing drug. That's all there is to it.
Is it okay? So devil's advocate again, Rick. I got to do this.
Yeah.
What say you about Devin Haney fans saying that, hey, listen, I hear what you're saying about the left hook. The Osterman had nothing to do with him getting hit with the same punch. Is it a possibility that the Osterman that helps you cut weight? Is it a possibility that that night the Osterman that Ryan Garcia had in his system mesmerized Devin Haney to the point to where he couldn't get out of the way of the left hook? It gave him some kind of
No, come
mesmerization
on.
powers or something.
You're making me laugh. Somebody must have put that in your head, had it as a
Nah,
joke, and you're running with it.
I
Now,
have some phone. Listen, I have some phone calls of Monday's interview with Timothy Bradley that I'm gonna drop. There was this one guy who called, and
yeah,
I'm telling you what the man said. A matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the receipts tomorrow. The man said that the Osterin made Ryan Garcia a lot faster, a lot stronger. You know
and
what I
what
mean?
and what did Tim Bradley say? Ridiculous, right?
Yeah, he said it was some bullshit. The Timothy Bradley said it was some
Me
bullshit.
too.
Yeah.
Same here. It's all bullshit. Please.
So Rick, why does it seem like that Ryan Garcia is getting Devin Haney is getting jumped on here when he did nothing wrong? Why is that?
Devin Haney getting jumped on because he did nothing wrong?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's being a crybaby. He won't let this thing go away. Fight was over April 20th. When I left the arena that night, there was a winner and there was a loser. Okay, whether it was overturned or not, okay, it was overturned, and it's a no contest. Go on with your life. He won't allow that to happen. Well, guess what? He's going to find out that in court they're going to shoot this thing down, and they're going to say, okay, go back to the boxing commission. That's what it's for. That's what a judge is going to say. And then
Okay.
and the boxing commission already ruled on it. It was a no contest. He had to give De La Hoya back $1 million. Garcia, and it's done and over with. And he wants a piece of the $1 million. He says, how was Golden Boy fed? That's beside the point. The commission made that ruling.
Mm-hmm. So you're of the opinion they're taking it to civil court. I think the attorney that they're using, I think that's the same attorney that his name is Pat English. That's the name, Pat
Yes,
English.
yes,
Um,
from New
I,
Jersey. Yes.
yeah. So apparently this attorney feel that they may have a case. What say you about that? You think that it's
I
in New
don't.
York?
I like I said, been saying. I don't think they have a case. I don't see where there's a case. I don't
Is
see where there's a case. If he would have taken a true steroid, where it would have increased his power, okay, and possibly his speed, because of you know I could say okay, possibly, but not a weight reducing drug. No, I don't buy it.
I mean, I listen. I do get it. Trust me, I get it. I can look Osterin up right now, and I'm pretty sure it's going to say the total opposite of what some of the phone calls I received from Devin Haney
Right.
fans say that it did that night for Ryan Garcia. Um, Rick, does it seem as though people are taking Ryan Garcia's side in this matter? You know, I'm hearing that Ryan Garcia is the
Well, they
drug
are
chief,
taking his
but
side because this guy's coming out like a pussy. They're forcing people over to Ryan Garcia's side because they're coming off as pussies and just stuff that's not done. They're crybabies. That's what's going on here.
so what about trying to clean up the sport? Fighting a good fight to clean the sport up. Trying to be, uh, uh, you know,
That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. You go in front of Congress or the U.S. Senate or the U.S. Congress, and you talk about that we need changes and stuff like that, and a federal intervention.
laws.
That's how you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah,
don't do
yeah,
that with.
yeah,
We don't do that in civil court with money.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, now I see. No, I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. You know, if you really want to do something like that, you
Right.
definitely have to get Congress involved. Like very similar. I don't want to say very similar to. Are you familiar with Marvin Hagler? Right? I know you're familiar with Hagler.
Well,
Marvin Hagler.
it's one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I love Hagler. Explain to the people if you know the story about Marvin Hagler had 49 professional fights before he got a shot at the title on his
Mhm.
50th fight. There was there was a story of Marvin Hagler and his team. You know,
They went in front of the a U.S. subcommittee, and
Tip O'Neill.
either the Congress or the Senate. Tip
Oh, the Tip
O'Neill,
O'Neill.
yes,
Tip O'Neill. Yeah.
yep, and he talked to Bob Arum, and he got his title shot. Correct.
Right. Right. Okay. 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 So that Marvin Hagler, that's how he decided to, you know what, we got to step up and get Congress involved, and that's how he was able to make a change as it relates to that his
Correct.
situation.
And that's the
Okay.
way you do it. You don't sue for money. That's ridiculous. That's just they're just trying to. I don't know. They're just being greedy. I guess they're desperate. They can't make any money right now in boxing, and they're because the kid says he's this, the kid says he's that. Get back in the fucking gym.
Well, Rick, to be honest with you, fam, they also spoke about their reputation being hit. Their, Devin Haney's value, he's been devalued in the
Well,
sport of
they're
boxing.
wait. They're devaluating themselves by being crybabies and pussies and carrying on like this. I mean, Tim Bradley had to say the same thing, didn't he?
Yeah. Tim said the same thing. Tim said the same thing. But Tim is a lot of people was shocked because Tim was actually attacking Ryan Garcia for coming in. He wasn't even tripping about the Oscar. He said he came in 3 pounds overweight, and I was explaining to Tim. I said,
Listen,
Tim,
Ryan Garcia was as unprofessional as you can get. Okay, but that didn't help him win a fight. He won a fight because he was a better fucking fighter. That's all there is to it. He was faster. Okay. He put pressure on him. He knew when to put pressure on him. He knew when to hold. And Devin Haney looked lost out there. What did that have to do with the oxygen?
yeah, it's the same thing.
What the facts are, a steroid increases power and strength. This
It's the
did
SARS,
not
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's a SARS. It's not a steroid. It's a SARS. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right.
So, so basically, your opinion is this is some pushy shit from the Haneys, and it's making them look bad.
Let me
Um,
ask you a question. Do you think Sarge made either Ryan Garcia any smarter of a fighter? Do you really think it made his left hook more accurate?
no,
The,
no, I don't.
Haney got hit with everything he threw with that left hook. Come on now.
Yeah, it didn't. In my opinion, I've been consistent with this. I said, well, listen, man, because I had Bill Haney on the show, and they basically told me the game plan that they was going to do, and they said it to every other outlet they
Don't you
interviewed with.
remember leading up to the fight? Bill Haney said, "I'm sending my kid out to kill. What's his name? Get the body bags out, all that bullshit." Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, what happened?
Well, he was, the argument is he was cheated. He was
They
cheated.
were
He was going to do that. Devin Haney did not lose because he kept his head center line. Devin Haney did not lose because he did not know how to duck under the hook. Devin Haney did not lose because he dropped his hands and left his chin sticking out there. He lost solely because Ryan Garcia was on Osrin. Had Ryan
yeah.
Garcia not been on Osrin, he would not been able to land that left hook, even
Well, he
though
could
Devin Haney
no.
kept
They're
it.
right about that. They're right about that because he would have weighed 146, and he wouldn't be able to take the fight. So the left hook wouldn't land it if the fight wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. All right. So that's the argument, Rick. So your opinion is, this is not going to help them at all. There's a guy. I don't know if you're familiar with this podcast. There's a podcast called The Morning Comeback Ultra, and the guy that's on here, what is his name? His name is Luke. Luke. His name is Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell. And they're talking about why the Devin Haney's lawsuit against Ryan Garcia is a big mistake. I haven't heard the interview. I'm going to listen to it. But a lot of people from different backgrounds are saying this is a big mistake. It's going to backfire on them. Do you foresee any
Oh, it already
issues that the
has.
Haney's could have in the
All the
future?
people in boxing are laughing about this. They think it's fucking hilarious.
Mhm.
The Haneys look like jokes. They're all laughing at the Haneys. It's already backfired. Who's going to want to use him as a fighter when he's just going to run around and sue everybody?
Ah.
Ridiculous.
So you think you think
What
it's
he did was he didn't come properly armed for combat, so he went and got properly armed for to go to court because he failed in the ring. That's what happened.
do you think that Ryan Garcia is not allowed to come back to boxing until April of next year? Do you think that Ryan Garcia will rematch Devin Haney? Devin Haney said he want a rematch after this.
I can't speak for the state of mind of Ryan Garcia, but if I was Ryan Garcia, I would tell these people to go fuck themselves because they're crybabies.
Damn, man. So if all right, so What do what do you think? You work on you work on the business side of boxing, the white collar side of boxing. Um, what do you think the Haney's stock is like? What is his drawing power
Very,
now?
very. Bill and Devin and Bill, both of them very low.
So you don't see them being able to draw big money, any more big money fights
He couldn't even
anymore.
get free tickets to the fight over the Joshua fight over there in England.
Yeah.
He was begging Eddie Hearn for tickets. Eddie Hearn turned him down. You know
Well,
that, right?
yeah. That's been out there. Well, Eddie said he called them 6 o'clock in the morning the day of the fight, and the seats was already like pre-selected or something of that sort. So he had to get in contact with the people at Turkey Al Sheik or something. That's how he got. That's how he was able to get
They
in.
were arguing in public because he didn't want to give the guy any tickets. Eddie
Yeah,
looked like a heel for doing so, so then he was making excuses up.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, please.
Yeah, but well, why
The
would he
guy
beg
can't even
Eddie
get
Hearn?
free tickets to a fight. If I was there, I could have got free tickets.
Yeah, but I don't. What I didn't get, why was Devin Haney beg Eddie Hearn for tickets? But Devin Haney has his own promotional company. He is his own boss. They have been on record saying
because
that we
he
are own boss.
because Eddie represented them as his promoter when he fought Ryan Garcia in his last fight on April 20th. That's why Eddie
No,
was
I thought
there.
that was Oscar De La Hoya though.
It was, but he represented Haney as the promoter. He was there. He was involved. He did it. He did everything in conjunction with them
Why would? But you know what? I get what you're saying. I was there at that fight. But what I don't understand, Rick, is why would Eddie Hearn, a promoter and promotional company, represent Devin Haney and Bill Haney?
You'd have to ask Haney and Wild Bill. I don't
But
know.
they say they own promoters, they their own boss. So why would a boss want to work with?
I don't know. I've been my own boss for my whole life. I'm 66 years old. I've never had a boss in my entire life. So I don't know how those kind of minds think, those kind of people.
All right. So Eddie Hearn was needed. So what you're saying is based on the relationship that he had with Eddie Hearn in the past, and there's pictures and videos of them loving Eddie Hearn and saying how much great of a guy he is.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Oh
they
yeah.
they felt that he should have got
Rubbing
them tickets.
balls and rubbing cocks. Yeah, we saw those pictures. Sure,
Oh,
everybody did.
hey, you being facetious, man. People were rubbing balls and cocks. No Diddy.
You sure?
Doing that. Hey, man, you gotta say no Diddy when you say that.
Well, isn't there pictures of Devin and Diddy? We can't forget that, can we?
Well, but listen, but that's another thing. Well, just because he was at a Diddy party don't mean nothing happened. Like everybody who went to a Diddy party don't mean anything. The only problem I have with that picture, Rick, is the way Diddy was looking. He had baby oil on. He had his fist balled up in a thrusting position, and he was biting his bottom lip while standing next to Devin. That's the problem. I don't know if Dev saw that. And Dev was pointing at him. I don't know if Dev saw that. You get what I'm saying? Because he was looking at the camera. So, to be fair, to be
All
fair, I
I
don't think he
know is
saw it.
that I was never invited to a Diddy party, but let me make this clear. If I was invited to a Diddy party, as soon as I saw what was going on, I'd have to fucking fly right out the fucking door. I couldn't get out of the building fast enough.
Okay. Have you ever been invited to the Playboy Mansion, a Hugh Hefner party?
No,
Okay.
no. It's not group sex is not my thing. I'm into like these. I'm into like one. I'm into one on one. You know what I mean? I've been married for 11. I'm not into people watching. I'm not into people watching. I'm not me watching other people or other people watching me. It's not my thing, you know.
Do
I
you?
I have a loving wife of 11 years, and I couldn't be happier married. Let me clear this up right now. I'm not into watching, and I'm not into people watching me.
All right. Do you like baby oil?
To what?
Do you like baby oil?
No. And no, but no, we don't. I don't need all that shit. I don't need nothing in hand. I'm 66, but I get the job done without any enhancements. Trust me.
Hey, hey, your mentor, this man that's like a father figure to you, Don King. What did you learn from Don King, coming up under Don in the business of boxing?
What did I learn from Don? I learned from people around you are your greatest assets.
Mm-hmm.
I learned about about life in general, not really boxing itself. Because the reason why Don brought me on in 2003, because he realized that I was very intelligent, knew boxing, and he wanted to pick my brain. So it was more about life in general, and things and stuff, and just everything. Just he introduced me to people all over the world, and made me bigger in boxing than I was, and I grew under him. Just my association, it really helped my sex life because the Google came along at the same time, and when Google came along, you talking to women, then you told them your name, then they go to the bathroom, they Google you, and they come back, go hi with this whole new attitude. They Google it, says Don King henchman, Don King associate, you
Okay.
know, Don King go to guy,
Mm.
all that kind of stuff. So it greatly helped my sex life too, Um,
Also, also, you was able to claim fame off of Don King's. So let me get this straight. So when you was out in public at Vegas or somewhere, and you met a little tenderoni, nice young lady or honey dip, and you go to bragging about yourself, who you are, and they go to
No,
do a
no, no,
fact
it
check.
didn't. No, 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 no. It didn't happen that way. So I
How?
would say, no, 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 guys, that's not my style. So they'd say, I'd say, hi, I'm Rick Glaser. How you doing? Blah blah blah. I thought, what do you do for a living? I'm in the professional boxing business. So then what they do, oh, so you have to go to the laboratory. They go to the laboratory, they Google your ass. They come back with a whole new attitude. They looked your ass up, and they see Don King henchman, Don King associate, Don King's go-to guy.
Okay.
All that kind of stuff was all over the internet back then. As soon as my name popped up, now it's been removed. It's still there, but it's like hundreds of pages back. You know what I mean? But the point is that greatly obviously helped my sex life being associated with Don King. And me, I like black and white alike. I'm an equal provider of lovemaking services to black and white alike, and Hispanics too, of course. Can't leave me out. I mean, the Hispanic women, they called me Poppy for Christ's sake. So, anyways, the point is, you like this, don't you? You're having a good time, aren't you?
Hey, but back to Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Okay, is there a possibility that you see the lawsuit going through with Ryan Garcia? What about Golden Boy? What about Golden Boy? You got a
I
lawsuit
don't
against
think
Golden Boy
I
too?
don't think I don't think they got any lawsuit. The New York State awarded the promoter money back. What did that have to do with Devin Haney?
Well, I don't know. We gonna find. We gonna find out. We gonna find out what the lawsuit say. So, all right, Oscar. So you don't think Oscar's losing any sleep at night now that he has a lawsuit pending against
Oscar's
him from the
got
Haneys?
hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. $1 million is not changing Oscar De La Hoya's even his net worth, overall net worth. So it doesn't really matter, does it? Now,
Okay.
as far as fighting for what's right, that's a different issue. Oscar's a born fighter, so he'll fight for that money out of principle. It has nothing to do with changing his net worth or anything like that. He's not eating any less steaks. He's not eating. He's not playing any less golf if he loses that $1 million. He ain't going back to work. He is. He is. He is what he is. He plays golf. He tends to his boxing business. He tends to his children, his lovely girlfriend Holly. It's just the way. That's the way Oscar is. It's not that $1 million ain't changing Oscar De La Hoya.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. All
I
right,
mean,
Rick. Well,
his one house is $20 million alone. The one in California, that's big time money too. So I mean, come on, you know,
well, there's a rumor that Oscar De La Hoya is going broke. Is that true? Just want to throw that out there.
going broke?
Yeah, they say Oscar's going broke.
No, absolutely not.
All right. All
And
right, man.
nothing could be farther from the truth in that area.
Rick, before I let you go, one more thing. What did you find out what was the pay-per-view numbers for Canelo Berlanga?
Um, it's under. I don't have the exact number yet, but it's definitely under 400,000 buys in reality, in the high threes. I don't have the exact number, but it's in the high threes.
Well, you know what's been put out there. The source is
Oh
700,
yeah, 550, 650, 600. Yeah, okay, more
650.
lies.
Yeah. All right, Rick. Well, listen, man, Rick, man, thank you for stopping by, man. I really appreciate you. Let people know
You,
how to get in
you
contact
just
with you.
forgot. You just forgot. Last week you mentioned this to me on Wednesday, and I put this time aside starting at 3:30. I just want to let you know. Okay, but
Well,
you listen. You're allowed to forget. You know,
yeah.
you'll
I'm in
get to the
school.
age.
I'm in school, man. I'm smoking weed. Talking shit. I'm in class. I got so much stuff going on, man. Right now, Rick. I'm just, my cup is running over.
I get it. I'll let you go. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for having me and on, and we'll talk another time.
All
Okay.
right. Shout out to Rick,
Okay.
man. Rick
Bye
Glaser,
bye
my
now.
man.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.